Good morning. This is Pastor Tom Adams of the Good News Bible Church of Cohasset. With Thanksgiving here again, I think it's a good time to count our blessings and remember all the wonderful things that God has given us. I know that there are many that are going through hard times, but I believe that the first thing that someone who has trusted Jesus Christ alone for salvation could do or should do is to share the gospel with them. Secondly, we should always be ready to help those who are in need of food, clothing, and shelter as best as we can. In 1 John 3:17 and 18, we're told to have compassion on those in need. And we are not only to love in words, but we're to love in deeds as well. For those of us who have trusted Christ alone for salvation, we at that very moment became a member of God's family. Jesus talks of us as being his sheep, and he is the good shepherd. And as we said last week, the Good Shepherd not only provides salvation for everyone who trusts in his work as being totally sufficient, but the Good Shepherd always takes care of our daily needs as well. In 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 6 and 7, we're told to humble ourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt us in due time. And we are to cast our cares upon him, because he cares for us. When we depend on God, we are honoring him as being the powerful, loving God that he is. We should always remember that our Savior and God the Father delight in providing for their children. In the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, we're told that we are not to be careful of anything. The meaning is that we are not to worry, but we're to bring our needs to God through prayer, and we're to be thankful of God because we are assured he will answer our prayers. And his way is always the best way. In verse 7, he says, we have peace that passes all understanding when we depend on God and not our own ability. The scriptures don't tell us that we are to just remain idle or be a couch potato, as they say. We are to provide for ourselves and our families by working, if it is possible. But it's very comforting to know that we have the assurance from God that whatever happens, we're under his loving care. Oftentimes I wonder why so many people reject Jesus Christ as their Savior and Protector. First of all, Jesus offers salvation totally free with no strings attached to those who simply believe he has done it all that is necessary to be saved. When we trust Christ, we have opened the avenue of grace. And as it says in Ephesians 2:8 and 9, it is by grace that we are saved through faith. God deals with us through our lives here on earth in grace as well. Just as a loving earthly father wants what's best for his children, God, who loves more than any human could ever love, wants what's best for his children. As we think of all that God has done for us, we should never forget those who are poor and needy, and pray that somehow they too will hear the message of grace and will trust Christ so they can be assured of heaven and will be protected and provided for by God. Psalms 23 tells of being unafraid even though we're near death, and how that the Lord satisfies our every need. As I have previously said, I realize there is a tremendous amount of strife in the world. The economy is not good. We have a huge deficit. There are threats of war all over the world, and here at home we're subject to terrorist attacks. But through it all, we have the promise of God to always love and protect his children. Yes, now is the time of the year that we celebrate Thanksgiving. But we need to be thankful every day that he has provided salvation and he supplies our every need. We have only to place our faith in him alone. Thank God for the gracious God that he is. This has been Pastor Tom Adams of the Good News Bible Church of Cohasset. I'd like to invite all of you to our Sunday services at 9 a.m. and our Wednesday services at 7 p.m. Until next week, may the grace and love of God become more and more real to you each and every day. Goodbye for now, and thank you for listening.